Nanine, there's the bell. It must be Marguerite.
No, it's not 10 yet. She won't be here till 10:30. If it isn't Mademoiselle Michel.
Marguerite not in yet?
No, not yet. Would you care to wait? I'm expecting her shortly.
Well, I haven't time. Gustave is waiting for me downstairs.
Oh.
How is she?
Just the same. It's such a long time since we've seen you, Mademoiselle.
So difficult, Nanine. Marguerite is always busy during the evenings, and I'm always busy during the day. One of the girls from the shop said that she had seen Marguerite in her carriage in the Champs-Élysées, dressed like a princess, with silks and furs. The poor girl was green with envy.
Are you envious of her then, mademoiselle?
No, monsieur. I like to work for my keep. Marguerite never liked working in the shop.
Did Marguerite work in a shop?
We both sat behind the same counter. Lingerie.
Don't pretend you didn't know. It's never been a secret. She'd be so disappointed if you don't wait.
I can't. Gustave will be getting impatient.
Pretty little thing, Nichette. Who's this fellow Gustave? Not her husband, is he?
Not yet, but he will be.
Looks as if I shall have to study Gustave's methods. With Marguerite, I get nothing but rebuffs. Remember, only last week I offered to settle her debts for her, 50,000 francs, and...
And?
Rebuff.
Oh, I wouldn't take money from you if I were Madame.
Why not? She takes it from the Duc de Mauriac.
The Duke treats her like a father. I was there the day she first met the Duke. I saw his daughter with my own eyes. She was a living image of Madame. She has the same illness as Madame, too.
And what about the Comte de Giray? Is he a father to her as well?
The Comte de Giray is a friend, monsieur. Ah, here is Madame. Madame!
Tell them to get supper, Nanine. Olympus and Dodin are coming. I met them at the opera.
Yes, Madame.
So you're here.
Oh, yes, I'm always here. Fate is kind to me. Besides, can I help it if I'm in love with you?
My dear de Varville, I've told you over and over again that you're wasting your time. When you start harping on your love, I get desperate.
You didn't get desperate last year at Bagnères.
At Bagnères, I was ill and bored. I'm not ill and I'm not bored any longer.
I suppose now that the Duc de Mauriac is in love with you...
Oh, nonsense.
And that you are in love with Monsieur de Giray...
I'm free to love whom I please. If you've nothing else to tell me, please go. But aren't you going?
No.
Then go and play the piano.
What shall I play?
Oh, anything. You don't play very well, but it's better than your conversation. Nanine! Have you ordered supper?
Yes, Madame.
Marguerite?
Mm-hmm.
I have an income of 90,000 francs.
Mine is 100,000.
Mademoiselle Nichette called, Madame.
Oh, why didn't you stay?
Well, Monsieur Gustave was waiting for her.
Dear Nichette, is that all, Nanine?
No, Madame. These flowers came for you.
Roses and white lilac.
From me.
Put them in your room, Nanine.
Really, Marguerite, you're quite heartless.
You ought to know what they call me by now.
The lady of the camellias. I know you always wear camellias.
They're my favorite flowers. You know that.
I am out of luck.
Mademoiselle Hollande, Monsieur Saint-Gaudon.
Marguerite! I thought you were never coming.
Marguerite.
It's Saint-Gaudens' fault that we're late.
Ah, it's always my fault. How are you, my dear Duval?
Good evening,
Are you
Saint-Gaudens.
having supper with us?
No.
My dear, and how are you?
Very well, thank you.
I'm delighted to hear that. Are we going to be very gay tonight?
How can we help being very gay with you on the scene?
I've asked the maison d'hôte to send up oysters and champagne. Ah, cigar, my dear de Varville, thank you so much.
Why didn't you invite Edmond?
Why didn't you bring him?
Oh, Saint-Gaudens might not have liked.
I don't suppose he doesn't notice.
My dear, he may have one leg in the grave, but he's not blind.
Nanine, is supper ready?
In 5 minutes, Madame. Shall we serve it in the dining room?
No, I think we'll have it in here. It's more comfortable. Haven't you gone yet, de Varville?
No, but I'm just going.
Prudence!
Oh, that's Prudence live opposite.
Just across the courtyard. Prudence! Aren't you coming over?
I can't.
Why not?
I've got 2 friends here. They've asked me out to supper.
Oh, bring them over. They can have supper here. Who are they?
You know one of them. Gaston here.
Of course I do. Who's the other?
A friend of Gaston's, Armand Duval. He's a secret admirer of yours. Has been for years.
What, another? Don't be long. It's cold in here. De Varville, make up the fire. It's freezing. Do you know this Armand Duval?
He's a friend of Gaston's. You saw him at the opera this evening.
I don't remember.
Gaston wanted to introduce you. Monsieur Duval was so shy, he ran away.
I haven't the faintest recollection.
Monsieur Armand Duval, Madame
Thank God, I've never seen anything like it.
Marguerite! How are you, madame?
Very well, thank you. And how are you, monsieur?
Very well, thank you.
Armand. Let me introduce Armand Duval. He loves you more than anyone else in Paris.
Tell them to lay the table for 2 more.
Ah, Gaston, my dear boss. I'm delighted to see you.
How are all your amours getting on?
As you see.
Gaston?
Yes?
Gaston, I like your friend.
He loves you so much, he's almost afraid to look at you.
Oh, no.
Last year, when you were ill, he called to see you every day.
Before I went to Bagnières?
That's right. He came every day for 3 months and never left his name.
Monsieur Duval.
Madame?
Monsieur Duval. I've just been told that when I was ill, you called every day to see how I was.
I plead guilty.
How kind of you. How very, very kind. Do you hear that, de Varville? When I was ill, Monsieur Duval called every day. You didn't show so much interest, did you?
I didn't know you a year ago.
Monsieur Duval has only known me for 5 minutes.
Goodbye, Marguerite.
When shall I see you again?
Whenever you like.
Goodbye, then, till I like.
Monsieur?
Marguerite, you're much too hard on de Varville, my dear.
Oh, he annoys me with all his offers of money.
I wish he'd offer me some.
When I consider what he gives me, what he expects of me but doesn't get, I think he does very well.
Do you know what Saint-Gaudin gave me
What?
for my birthday?
No.
A coupe. But do you think I could squeeze the horses out of him? Oh, dear me, no.
But, my dear, a coupe is a coupe.
And it nearly ruined me buying it. She'll have to love me now for myself alone.
Oh, Gaston, play something. We must get Saint-Gaudin to dance first.
I only know polka.
Play a polka. Come on, everyone, let's dance. Come, Armand.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just out of breath.
Are you ill?
No, no, please, please go on.
Stop. Marguerite's not well.
Oh, what is the matter?
Glass of water, please.
What's the matter, Marguerite?
Nothing to worry about, please. Please go on.
Galop.
Better?
Yes, thank you. I'm getting used to these attacks by now.
It distresses me to see you looking so ill.
Oh, very kind. I don't suppose any of the others care very much what happens to me.
It
others aren't in love with you.
Oh, I was forgetting that great love of yours.
Seems to amuse you.
I hear the same thing from someone or other every day. Certainly doesn't amuse me anymore.
Why don't you take more care of yourself?
If I started taking care of myself now, I should die. The kind of life that I lead keeps me alive. People only want me when I'm gay and amusing.
If you'd let me, I'd like to look after you. I'd make it my business to see that you got well again.
Oh, Prudence was right when she said that you were sentimental. You say you'd look after me?
Yes,
And stay with me here,
as long as you wished.
Why? Why?
I love you, Marguerite. I loved you the first moment I caught sight of you 2 years ago. You looked so beautiful, so proud.
Why haven't you spoken to me before?
I was afraid.
Why'd you come in and see me when I was ill? You called often enough. Were you afraid then, too?
Yes.
No. You're not afraid.
No.
Don't tell me.
I love you, Marguerite.
What happiness could I bring you? I'm ill. Seriously ill. And hopelessly extravagant. Maybe all very well for the Duc de Mauriac and the Comte de Géry. But not for you. There, we've been talking nonsense. Let's go back and join the others before they start talking about us.
I'd rather stay here with you.
Don't have any illusions about me, Armand. We live in different worlds. You are too young, too sensitive to live in mine. Sooner or later you'll fall in love with a girl that you can marry. Don't you agree? Wouldn't it be better to leave me now?
Have you never been in love?
No, never, thank heaven.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Nothing could make me happier.
I've never met anyone quite like you, Armand.
If I were to tell you I've passed whole nights under your window...
I'd say that you were mad.
I love you, Marguerite. I love you deeply and passionately and forever.
Forever?
Yes.
I know you mean that. But your love will never be a burden to you. I've only a short time to live. Will you take this? Bring it back to me when it fades.
When will that be?
Tomorrow.
Marguerite, you've made me so happy.
I must go now.
Did you propose?
You're out of date, Sango John. They're married. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Yes. Have you seen the Duke? Did you tell him I'm thinking of going away?
Yes.
And what did he say?
He thought it would do you good.
I saw the house again today.
Armand was here yesterday, wasn't he? And the day before?
Need you ask?
And he's coming again this evening, huh?
Need you ask?
Madame, the Comte de Géry is here. Wants to know if he can see you now.
Oh, it's much too early. Tell him to come back at 10:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Armand talk about me?
He never stopped.
Prudence. Feel.
It's pounding away like a sledgehammer.
That's because it's 10 o'clock. Armand is coming. Nanine! Nanine, answer the door. Yes,
Marguerite, I didn't hear the bell.
It rang all the same.
My dear, I'm going straight home to pray for you.
Why?
Because you're in danger. Well, Armand, aren't you going to say good evening to me? Armand!
Forgive me, my dear Prudence. How are you?
So you've noticed me at last, have you? Well, children, I shall leave you. Au revoir.
Tell me what you've been doing with yourself all today.
I've been seeing everyone who knows you, so that I could talk and talk and talk about it. Now, tell me what you've been doing.
Oh, I've been making such wonderful plans.
Tell me about them.
Would you like to spend the summer in the country with me?
Oh, Marguerite.
If all my plans come off, I shall be free in 2 weeks' time. All my debts will be paid. We can go away there and then.
But I don't understand. How can you pay your debt so easily?
Oh, does it matter? I can. That's all that matters. Oh.
Marguerite.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to pay your debts for you?
Oh, Armand.
Answer me.
You love me and you'd like to come away with me right away from Paris.
You know I would.
Well, so would I, but I haven't got any money and the Duke de Mauriac has. There's no reason to be jealous of the Duke. Oh, darling. Let me do things in my own way. I love you, Armand. Say that you agree. You do, don't you?
No.
Come back tomorrow, darling, and we'll talk it all over again.
Are you expecting someone tonight?
Oh, Armand.
Marguerite, give me your word of honor that you're not expecting anybody tonight.
I give you my word of honor that I love you and no one but you. Au revoir, you foolish boy.
Au revoir.
Nanine! Oh, Nanine, I'm so happy.
So I see, Madame.
Happier than I've ever been in my life. A week ago, I didn't even know of his existence, and now he's never out of my mind.
I'm so glad, Madame.
Good evening.
You seem very gay tonight.
Oh, I am, my dear Count.
I must apologize for calling too early.
Oh, please don't mention it. I've got something I want to talk to you about.
Have you had supper?
No.
Then let's talk about it over supper. By the way, did somebody leave here just before I came in?
No, why?
Oh, somebody came rushing up to me just as I stepped out of my carriage, peered into my face and rushed off again.
Have you got any money with you?
How much do you want?
15,000 francs.
Paying off your creditors?
The amount of my debt. They seem to think that I should.
Very well. You shall have it.
Madame, a letter. I was asked to hand it to you at once.
A letter at this time of night? Good evening, Nanny.
Good evening, sir. Is there an answer?
No.
Oh, not bad news, I hope.
Oh, no. Very good news for you.
Really?
I won't need that 15,000 francs after all.
Why? Don't tell me your creditors have written off your debt.
No, my dear, I was in love.
You?
Mm.
Who will?
Someone who didn't love me, who hadn't got any money. Read it if you like.
Armand Duval. Ah. Well, he seems a very jealous young man. Oh, so he's sorry you're not a millionaire. Oh, this must be the person I met outside. I see now why you wanted the money.
Does your invitation for supper still hold good?
Certainly. It won't cost me 15,000 francs, I hope.
Nanine, my wrap.
Madam will be cold.
Has the letter upset you?
No. Not in the least. Shall we go?
Marguerite, who is this man?
Well, this must be Monsieur Duval. How interesting. Let us go, Marguerite.
Wait. I want to talk to you.
Come along, my dear.
Please wait for me in the carriage.
Very well. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Armand, however angry you may have been, however jealous you might have felt, it was unforgivable of you to send me that letter. It was even more unforgivable of you to break in like this.
You sent me away because of that man. I had to do something.
You expected too much of me.
We were going away together, weren't we? Right away from everybody?
I thought you wanted to take care of me. I thought that we could spend a few months right in the heart of the country. But you were too proud to agree, so let's say no more about it.
Marguerite, I love you. I don't want you for a few months. I want to spend my whole life with you. Don't you understand?
I understand, Armand. But I know it'd be better for us never to see each other again.
I'm going to make you the happiest woman in the world.
You say that now, but do you really mean it?
Every word.
Then please, please, just come away, I suggested.
You know I'd go anywhere with you, only I won't share you with the Duke and the Count.
Isn't it enough that I love you?
Then it should be easy to give them up.
Please don't insist, Armand.
I must.
Madam, a letter from the Count. He wants an answer.
Tell him there is no answer.
You mean that?
I love you so much. So much.
Prudence, come in.
Armand, good morning. Where's Marguerite?
She's in the garden. She'll be so pleased to see
I'll
you.
join her.
Prudence, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
When you left here a fortnight ago, you went in Marguerite's carriage. I haven't seen the carriage since.
Well?
Yesterday, Marguerite gave you a bracelet and a diamond necklace.
Well?
I'd like to know what's happened to them, that's all.
The horses have gone back to the man who sold them to her. He's buying them back at half price.
And the jewels?
I pawned them this morning. Marguerite doesn't want you to know.
Why is she getting rid of these things?
She needs the money, of course. The Count won't let her have another sou unless she gives you up. So she's selling everything she has in order to settle the debts.
How much does she need?
About 50,000 francs at least.
I can pay them all in a fortnight's time. I've arranged to mortgage the estate left me by my mother. I've an appointment with my lawyer today. Now, I don't want you to tell Marguerite,
But what about these documents her lawyer gave me this morning, huh?
Hand them over to her, just as if I hadn't told you anything. Here she comes.
Oh, what a beautiful...
Marguerite.
Prudence.
Marguerite, I want you to give Prudence a talking to.
Why?
I haven't collected my letters for a fortnight. Prudence promised to get them for me. She passed right by my rooms, and still she forgot. I'll have to get them myself.
Don't be away long, my darling, will you?
An hour at the most.
Oh, Prudence, have you got the papers?
Yes, they're here. Your lawyer will be here soon so you can discuss terms with him. Marguerite, I'm famished. I must have something to drink.
Oh, Nanine will look after you.
Good.
Marguerite.
Yes. And Gustav.
Marguerite.
We've come to spend the day with
Oh,
you.
but how wonderful.
Have you heard our news?
No. Oh, sit down and tell me.
Gustave has been called to the bar. He's had his first case, too. I went to the court with him.
How did it go?
We lost.
Oh.
My client got 10 years.
He deserved more. So Gustave really won.
What I want to know is when am I going to be asked to the wedding?
Soon, we hope.
But you're going to follow our example, aren't you?
Armand would marry me tomorrow if I wanted him to. But you see, Michette, there are some things that a woman can never live down. If Armand should ever reproach me for my past, I think I should kill myself.
Oh, Marguerite.
I feel as if I'm living in a dream world, as if the past never existed. There used to be a Marguerite Gautier, but it is not I. I am a different person. I'm happier than I ever dared to hope. If anyone had told me that I'd find complete happiness in one man, I should never have believed them. And Michette, there's something else, too, I haven't told you yet. I'm going to sell all my things in Paris, and we're going to take rooms near you. We can live there quietly and cheaply, and then come back to the country in the summer.
Wonderful.
Madam, there's a gentleman to see you.
Oh, ask him to come in. It's my lawyer. Will you wait for me in the garden?
Don't be long, will you?
Mademoiselle Marguerite Gautier.
I am Marguerite Gautier.
My name is Georges Duval. I am Armand's father.
Armand is not here, monsieur.
I'm aware of that, mademoiselle. I've come to see you.
I don't understand.
My son is ruining himself on your account.
I have received nothing from your son.
I hope my son is not so worthless as to help you squander the money you receive from your admirers.
Your lack of courtesy, monsieur, is more than surprising. We have never met before, and I find your conversation distinctly offensive.
Perhaps you'll explain this letter from my lawyer. He says that Armand is about to make a settlement on you.
If that is the case, Armand had done it without my knowledge. He knows perfectly well that I would refuse it.
You weren't always so shy about taking money in the past.
This was different.
In what way?
I happen to love your son, monsieur. I love him as much as it is possible for any woman to love a man.
Fine phrases, mademoiselle.
Far from taking anything from Armand, I'd be selling my furs and my carriages. And when my maid came and told me that you wanted to see me, I thought it was my lawyer who was helping me to dispose of my belongings. If you doubt my word, look at this document.
The sale of your effects, the purchaser to settle with your creditors, the balance to be paid to you.
Armand has transformed me, monsieur. He loves me and I love him. Please do not try to poison his mind again.
Forgive me, mademoiselle. I did you a great injustice when I spoke to you as I did. I was angry at my son's silence and his ingratitude, and I'm afraid I blamed you unjustly. I apologize.
Thank you, monsieur.
Your attitude encourages me to ask you a difficult question. Are you prepared to give Armand a practical proof of your love for him?
What do you want me to do?
I want to appeal to your generosity. The happiness of two people depends on it.
I don't understand you.
You know that Armand has a sister.
Yes?
She is engaged to a young man of excellent family. Now, society is very exacting in its standards. And the young man's parents naturally expect that our family will bear as high a reputation as their own. Now, you've redeemed yourself in Armand's eyes and also in mine. But you must realize the world will always judge you by your past. My future son-in-law's family know about you and Armand, and they've made it quite clear that the marriage of our daughter is impossible so long as that liaison continues. Her happiness, her whole future, lies in your hands. I beg you not to destroy it.
Very well. I will leave Paris at once. And I will stop seeing Armand for a time. When your daughter is married...
Thank you, my dear, thank you, but I'm asking you to do more than that. A temporary separation is not enough.
You want me never to see Armand again?
It's the only possible way.
Never. realize how much we love each other. Armand is my life. I've only a short time to live, monsieur. Without Armand, I should die.
Come now, come, my child. Let's talk things over sensibly. You've crowded a great deal into your life, and naturally it's had its effect on you. But there's no reason why you shouldn't live as long, well, as the rest of us. I'm asking you to make a great sacrifice. But is there any alternative? You've known Armand for 3 months and you love him. Now, supposing the time should come when you don't love him anymore, is it fair to prejudice his future?
I have never loved anyone as I love Armand. And I never shall.
But suppose he should change. How many men of his age really understand themselves? You're prepared to sacrifice everything for Armand. But supposing he was to behave like the others, supposing he left you and threw your past life up into your face, you could never get away from it. And another thing, are you certain that in any case, Armand won't cease to love you when your beauty begins to fade?
You spare me nothing.
My dear, it's no use deluding yourself. Isn't it better to end it now? I've seen enough of the world not to know that what I say is true. I beg of you, as a father, to prove that you really love Armand.
It is true. It is all true. I've known it all along. But I hadn't the courage to admit it. I haven't any right to expect happiness.
Oh, my child.
You want me to give up Armand for the sake of his future. Tell me what you want me to do. I am ready.
You must tell Armand that you don't love him anymore.
You'll never believe me.
Then you must go right away from him.
Do you believe, monsieur, that Armand is everything in the world to me?
I do.
Then I promise you that Armand will return to you within a week. And that I will never see him again. I also promise that you know nothing about this meeting.
Oh, mademoiselle.
One last favor, monsieur.
Yes, what is that?
In a few hours, Armand will be suffering more than he has ever suffered in his life. He will need someone who loves him. Please, look after him.
Yes, I will.
I don't want Armand to think bitterly of me. When I die, please tell him how much I loved him and why I lived.
You can trust me.
That is all, monsieur. I don't suppose we shall meet again. Goodbye.
You are very brave, my child. And I'm grateful. Goodbye.
I must write to Armand at once. What am I to say? I can't write. I can't.
Marguerite?
Armand.
What are you doing? You're writing a letter. I thought there would be no more secrets between us.
Then there would be no more suspicions either.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm worried.
What about, my darling?
My father's in Paris.
Have you seen him?
No, but he left a letter for me at my lawyer's. He knows about you and me. He's coming here tonight. He'll adore you the moment he catches sight of you.
See him by yourself first, Armand. I will come in later.
Marguerite, something's happened. You look so worried. Tell me, that letter...
No, I only wrote it because I love you. Please don't read it.
I know what it's about. Prudence told me this afternoon. That's one reason I went away. I knew you were making arrangements for the two of us, so I decided to do some arranging, too. It's all settled now.
Now you know. I must leave you.
Leave me?
Oh, I won't be going far, my darling. Your father will be here at any moment. I'm going into the garden with Gustave and Michette. Leave you? How could I? Armand, you are happy, aren't you? Never wanted to hurt you. I love you so much. That much.
Marguerite, you're crying.
No. Only a little. There. I'm all right now. Love you so much. Look, I'm smiling. I'm going into the garden now. Call me if you want me.
Manon, let's go. I love you and worship you more than anyone else in the world. But how can we go on in this poverty? I have plans to make you rich and happy. My brother will tell you all my news and the bitter tears I shed at having to leave you. She was right to leave him. Armand, I am returning to Arthur de Varville. Forgive me, and thank you for the only happy moments of mine.
Are you ready, everybody? We're about to begin.
How much in the bank?
100 louis.
I stake 5 francs right.
Oh, Saint-Gaudens, you'll break the bank.
Well, I'd make it 10 if someone will lend me 5.
Now, if you're going to be so miserly, you can leave me out of it.
Wait, I'll give 10 francs. Oh.
Where are they?
Tied to my garter. I'll give 15 francs for the glimpse.
Now, come on, everybody. Let's get on with the game. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. Where's Marguerite?
She's in her room.
I haven't seen Armand lately.
You're not likely to. Marguerite left him
When?
a month ago.
Oh, I try to. I always leave my men before they leave me.
Look, there's Armand.
Armand, we were just saying you wouldn't be coming. We thought you were in Tours.
Well, here I am, after all.
When did you get back?
An hour ago?
Have you seen Marguerite?
No.
Just lately, she's been overdoing things more than ever. The doctors warned her. She loved you, but her debts didn't get any less.
Are her debts paid now?
Yes, in full.
Did de Varville foot the bill?
Yes. Armand, why don't you go? You can do no good staying here.
Ah, there's Gustave. Will you excuse me?
Of course.
Oh, Saint-Gaudens.
You get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
I suppose you know what happened.
Yes. What have you done about it?
I was too stunned to do anything. I went to tour with my father, but I couldn't stay there. I had to hear about it from her own lips. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but something will happen. I may need a friend.
Marguerite!
Oh, Prudence.
Armand's here.
Did you know he was going to be here?
No,
Shall I ask him to leave?
you can't do that.
Will you promise me not to speak to him?
I promise. But I don't promise to answer him if he speaks to me.
Very well, then.
Have you spoken to him?
Yes,
About me?
yes.
Prudence, please don't leave me.
Marguerite?
Gustave. Gustave.
Marguerite, I think Armand is going to pick a quarrel with Duval. Pretend you're ill and go to your room at once.
All right, I will.
Where are you going?
I don't know what's come over me. I feel ill again.
I know what's come over you. Armand Duval. Well, I've no intention of spoiling my evening merely because Monsieur Duval happens to be here.
If you challenge him, you'll never see me again.
My dear Armand, how do you do it?
Lucky at cards, unlucky in love. I should make a fortune tonight. If I do, I'm going into the country again.
Alone?
No, this time I'll take someone with me. Things should be different now I'm comparatively rich.
Monsieur Duval?
Yes?
I was about to ask you if you'd care to join me in a game of cards. The luck you've been having tempts me to try my hand.
Gladly. $100 louis?
100.
100 louis.
100 louis.
Which side, monsieur?
Whichever you prefer.
As you please. Right.
Left. Left. 4. Right. 9. Armand wins.
200 louis. 200 louis.
Prudence, ask Armand to come here. I must see him.
Supposing he refuses.
He won't refuse.
6. 8. Armand wins again.
Bravo! Looks as if Armand's country trip is going to be at Duvalville's expense.
You wish to continue the game, monsieur?
Not just at the moment.
I owe you a return game. I shall be glad to play it at any time.
I shall look forward to it.
Armand.
You wish to see me?
Please don't make things difficult for me. Armand, you must leave here at once.
Why?
Because if you don't, Duval will challenge you to a duel.
You want me to run away?
Implore you to leave Paris at once.
You're afraid of what might happen to your lover. Things would be very awkward for you if he were killed in a duel, wouldn't they?
You might be killed, Armand. That's what I'm afraid of.
You weren't nearly so concerned about me when you threw me over for him. Whatever happens, Duval is going to pay for this.
Duval had nothing to do with it.
You love him? Isn't that enough?
You know I don't love him.
You left me to go to him? Why?
I can't tell you.
Because you're selfish and heartless, willing to sell yourself to the highest bidder.
I admit everything that you say, but please leave Paris at once.
I'll go on one condition. You must come with me.
No, never.
Marguerite, I came here tonight because I thought I hated you. I was wrong. I love you more than ever. Tell me it was all a mistake, that you didn't mean it. We leave Paris together and forget everything that happened.
You must go away, Armand, and forget that you've ever known me. I've given my word that I'll never see you again.
Given your word? To whom?
Please don't ask me.
To de Varville.
To someone who has a right to ask for it.
To de Varville.
Yes.
Because you love him? Tell me that you love him and I'll go.
Yes, I love him.
Come in, all of you. What's happening? I want you all to know that I did Marguerite a terrible wrong. She sold everything she possessed in order to live with me. She loved me so much. A fine gesture, wasn't it? I treated her shamefully. I accepted her sacrifice and gave her nothing in return.
Oh, Armand.
But it's not too late. I come back to make amends. You're all witness that I owe her nothing.
Oh.
You are a coward.
Me, Gaston.
How did you get in?
Drink this and I'll tell you. Here, let me prop up your pillow. I'm a born nurse, you know.
Where's Nanine?
She's asleep. I called round here last night and found the poor old girl so tired she could hardly stand. So I told her to go and get some sleep, and I settled down in here by the fire. How are you feeling this morning?
Much better, Gaston.
When I came here yesterday, I found a bailiff in the drawing room. So I paid him and told him to get out. But you can't go on like this, Marguerite. Look. Here are 25 louis. With my best wishes for the new year.
Gaston, what would I do without you?
Nonsense. Shall I tell you what you're going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's such a beautiful morning and you've slept so well that I'm coming round later to take you out. You'll wrap up well and we'll go for a drive, eh?
I'll try and be well enough.
Of course you will. Ah, come in, Nanine, come in. Madame's awake.
Nanine. My poor Nanine. You must have been exhausted.
Just a little tired, madame.
Open the shutters, Nanine. Let's have some daylight.
Yes, madame.
I want to get up, Nanine.
Oh, madame, here's the doctor.
Goodbye, Gaston.
See you later. Ah, good morning, Doctor.
Monsieur.
Doctor,
Morning, madame.
it's good to see you so early in the morning, too. Nanine, please go and see if there are any letters for me.
Yes, madame.
And how are you feeling?
I sent for a priest last night. When he'd gone, I went to sleep. I've only just woken up.
You know, you're doing very well. If you continue like this, you'll be quite recovered by the spring.
Thank you, Doctor. When God said, "Thou shalt not lie," he made an exception of the whole medical profession. Doctor, may I ask you to take this letter to the Madeleine where Gustave and Nichette are getting married?
Yes, certainly.
You won't forget.
No, I won't forget.
Thank you. Come back and see me again soon.
I will.
Did she have a good night, Doctor?
She seems quite comfortable.
Marguerite, my dear, how are you this morning?
Much better, Prudence.
I brought you a few flowers.
Oh,
Who's this letter from?
Armand's father.
Armand's father. When did it come?
6 weeks ago.
You didn't tell me.
It was my secret. I'll read it to you if you like. Madame, I have heard of the duel between my son and the Baron de Varville. Mercifully, the Baron is now out of danger. It was not my son who informed me. No, I regret to say he has gone away without even saying goodbye.
I had assumed that you were responsible both for the duel and Armand's departure. But I have since learned the real facts. I have written to Armand telling him the whole truth. Your courage and unselfishness deserve a happier future. I assure you of my sympathy and deepest esteem. Georges Duval, 15th of November. 6 weeks.
If Armand should come back, it would save me.
Marguerite, you mustn't lose hope. I am sure Armand will come back.
I hope so.
My dear, I'll see you again very soon.
It's a lovely day. Madame. Madame.
Madame, you are feeling better, aren't you?
Yes, why?
I want you to promise to keep calm when I tell you.
What is it?
I don't want you to get overexcited.
You've seen Armand. He's coming to see me. Nanine, get my mirror. Get my mirror. I must look beautiful for Armand. Nanine, give me my shawl.
Yes, madame.
Please give me my shawl. Oh, quick. Help me. Help me, Nanine. Help me to get up. Quick, Nanine. My shawl. Quick, Nanine. Hold me. Hold me, Nanine. I can't believe it's you. Oh, God is good to me.
Forgive me, my darling.
Oh,
I'm so ashamed.
oh.
My father wrote and told me everything. I was halfway across Europe. I've been traveling night and day. Please, say that you forgive me.
Forgive you, my Armand.
I'll never leave you again.
You brought me back to life. We mustn't lose any time. We must snatch our happiness while we can. Did you know that Gustave and Nichette are getting married today? Let's go to the church. me again, Armand, that you love me.
I love you, Marguerite.
Nanine, get my clothes ready. I'm going out. He used to talk about you every day. Tell me everything. Everything that's happened to you since I last saw you again.
Marguerite?
Nothing. I often feel a little faint. Look, I'm smiling. I'm quite well again.
You're trembling.
It's nothing to worry about, Armand. Come. I come!
Nanine! Run and get the doctor quickly.
Yes. Tell him that Armand is back. Tell him that I want to live. I must live. If you can't save me, nothing will.
Oh, you're going to get better, Marguerite.
I have no choice, Armand. It's God's will. Armand, stay as close to me as you can. Oh, I am so thankful I've lived long enough to see you again.
You're not going to die, Marguerite.
Armand, yes, a miniature of me. I painted for you. When you marry, and your wife asks you about it, please tell her about it. Are you listening?
Marguerite, what a fraud you are. You wrote and said you...
Michelle, I'm so happy for you. Armand, hold my hand. So easy to die.
You ready, Marguerite?
Doctor, you've come to take me out. It's strange.
What is it?
So peaceful now. I feel so well. So wonderfully well. I'm going to live. I'm going.
Marguerite?
Oh,